are going to now react to the Elden Ring trailer. So, if you guys are unaware, Elden Ring has dropped a brand new trailer. Now, Elden Ring Nightreign is a game that you would think I would be excited for. You would think I'll be looking forward to it, considering that I'm a huge Souls-like fan. You guys know this already. I play so many Souls-like games, damn near all of them. But unfortunately, I'm just not too hyped about this one. And I think mainly it's because of the co-op nature of the game. You know, I remember playing all the From Software-like games, and essentially all of them have the optional co-op where you essentially are doing the co-op in order to help you progress, because really the boss might be too hard for you, and the entire point of co-op was to try to help you clear your boss in your single-player campaign and summon the spirit of someone else, you know, from another world or whatever. So I don't like the idea of consistent co-op with this. I got to be honest with you. I'm not super hyped about it. So I'm hoping by looking at this trailer, maybe I can see something that would garner my interest, because obviously I'm still going to review it. It's part of my job. But as a consumer and as a player of From Software games and as an enjoyer of From Software games, I've always looked at this game with a raised eyebrow. Not that the game's going to be bad. Not that the gameplay is going to be bad, because it's Elden Ring. If it sticks to Elden Ring, it should be good. But it's the entire co-op nature of it that is throwing me off a little bit. So let's get into it, and let's see what we got going on. Raising the volume. Here we go.
16.
Oh, and keep in mind, before we do that, let me lower the settings. Before we do that, I'm using StreamYards again, so it is going to be laggy while we're watching on live stream. The playback will not be laggy. I apologize. We're still trying to figure out OBS. Here we go.
Peggy 16.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a co-op survival action game where you navigate a vast and dangerous field with other players. You must become one of the Nightfarers, fighting through the endless night.
So this is going to be the same exact world, right? Do I understand that correctly? That this is going to be this? It's the same exact world, same exact setting, pretty much damn near same exact bosses. Right? Maybe adding a few new ones. I look at this game as like a massive expansion, basically. But it's essentially its own game. Oh, it's an alternate world. It's a different name. Alternate world. Okay, interesting. But it looks the fucking same. It looks the same. It looks the same exact world. It looks like the same exact bosses. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Taking on scores of vicious foes over the span of 3 days. Once a country that thrived thanks to the power of gods, Limveld is now nearing its end, gradually being eroded by the
Shout out to Jedi. Welcome to the stream, bro.
night that has saturated the land. You will be deployed to Limveld to hunt the Night Lords as a level 1 character. In your current state, you won't
Okay, so the world is called Limveld, I guess. Okay.
stand a chance against that type of overwhelming power. You must gain the strength to survive by moving swiftly and skillfully. It's up to you to choose your route within the limited time you have before night falls. You can choose to hunt enemies and level up. Search for treasures, weapons, and items. Infiltrate bases guarded by soldiers to gather information from hidden operational maps. Or challenge powerful enemies, wandering the land and lurking in heavily infested fortresses to obtain equally powerful rewards.
Yeah, but can I play solo though? That's my biggest question. Like, can I play solo, or do I have to do anything in the game? Do I have to always co-op? That's my main question. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you can play solo. Okay, good. So that makes me quite happy then.
Whether you choose to move together or divide and conquer, your character's skills, playstyle, and traits should guide your priorities.
Somebody in the chat said, would I play this game with Varadark and Smash JT? All right, guys, listen. I don't know if you were there last night, but after I ended my stream, I watched Smash JT fight one of the early bosses of Expedition 33. And I don't think I've ever seen someone tank with their face as much as Smash JT did. And that's Expedition 33. So I think it's safe to say that I would play with Varadark. But Smash JT, you know, as much as I love the guy, I'm sorry, Smash. I know you're in here, but it was a little rough. It was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a little rough. It was the most amazing thing that I think I've ever witnessed in my last 2 years of 2 years of gaming. You know what I mean? The last 2 years, I'm trying to think of who have I seen play so bad at reaction timing, and this is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But hey, to his credit, with my guidance, he did beat the boss. It took a few tries. I damn near almost fell asleep, but he did beat the boss. To his fairness, okay? To his fairness.
The layout of Limfeld will change each time you visit. With every expedition, bases, types of enemies, chest rewards, and other features of the field will fluctuate. Sometimes your exploration may be interrupted by enemy ambushes, or you may encounter unpredictable events.
Yo, wait a second. So he tried to use... Wait, what? He tried to use... Play that back.
May be interrupted by enemy ambushes.
Did he try to use a bonfire and he got attacked by a boss?
And other features of the field will fluctuate. Sometimes your exploration may be interrupted by...
Oh, no. Okay, so he was just fighting Damn, so he was fighting just a regular monster and a boss fucking jumped him. All right, that's interesting.
Enemy ambushes. So you may encounter unpredictable events, like sudden meteor strikes. Even more dramatic changes can also appear, like erupting volcanic craters bubbling with lava, or dark forests shrouded with corruption that rots anyone who dares explore it. In this constantly shifting world, you will face new choices as the battlefield evolves with each expedition. Evaluate every situation, use your skills to fight back, and survive through the night.
So the fact that you can play solo has piqued my interest slightly now because, again, I'm a big-time fan of From Software games. So the moment I hear that you could play it solo and then have, co-op as an option, I think that's great. I thought initially that it was co-op only. I thought it was one of those constantly multiplayer type games. But I'm down for this. I'm down for if it's single player. Well, not single player, but if you could do it solo and then invite co-op when you want, I think that's that's fair. But I gotta imagine that most of the game is probably designed with co-op in mind. So I wonder how that's gonna play out for people that want to play solo.
As darkness blankets Limfeld, the night's tide will begin to cover the field, narrowing your range of traversal. And as night falls, you will be driven towards an unavoidable confrontation. A harsh battle ensues as various powerful enemies arrive. Some of your allies may fall before their mighty attacks, but this isn't the end. Critically injured allies can rejoin the fight if you attack them using your skills and weapons. You can also...
Smash JT trying to say he's rusty, bro. It's got nothing to do with rust, my guy. Nothing to do with rust, man. Your bones might be rusty. I don't know. You got to work on that parry, man. And listen to the sound effects.
Using tools like bows or magic. These battles are tough, but don't give up. Use all the powers you have gathered in Limfeld to survive and overcome.
This narrator sounds like AI. It might be. I wouldn't be surprised.
8 Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord.
Oh, so you get to play as 8 characters. You get to play as pretty much all the typical classes, except they added a chicken head in the class selection. So interesting.
Each Nightfarer possesses different weapons and unique passive abilities, skills, and ultimate arts. Wilder, a knight proficient in one.
Radoka says, "Wonder how long a run is supposed to take? 2 to 3 hours?" No, so they already answered this. A run is supposed to take on average 25 to 30 minutes. That's how long it's supposed to take. So each like session is supposed to be about 25 to 30 minutes, to my knowledge.
Wide range of melee weapons. Can throw grappling hooks to pull enemies, or swiftly close distance.
I know it's an eagle head. I'm just making a chicken head joke. Come on, old man Cad. You should know about chicken heads, man. You're old like I am.
You can also launch explosive iron spikes that deal a powerful blow to any enemy. Guardian, a warrior equipped with a massive shield, excels in defense. Their skill, Whirlwind, can lift enemies off their feet and deflect arrows. Their art, Wings of Salvation, repels approaching enemies and deploys a magic circle to save allies from dire situations. Iron Eye, an archer who never misses a foe's weakness, controls enemies from a distance. His marking skill injures and pressures the enemy, greatly disrupting their poise and creating openings to exploit. His art, Single Shot, fires a supersonic arrow that pierces through every enemy and obstacle, ensuring no escape. Duchess, a virtuous thief with quick reflexes, uses her cunning to confuse enemies. After attacking, she can use the skill Restage to reenact what just happened and deal damage again. Her art, Finale, hides her and nearby allies from the enemy's view, giving them a chance to adjust their positions or create an ambush.
Yeah, so they're really going for this like team dynamic style gameplay. They really are. Like all these classes are going to essentially need each other to really make some, crazy openings and take down probably some of the hardest bosses in the game. I got to imagine it's going to be very hard to solo with just one of them because their weaknesses are going to be exploitable. But then you never know. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept, but again, I just would have much rather another From Software game, but I get it.
Raider, a seafarer who is resilient and unyielding in battle, doesn't flinch at minor attacks, and rampages through enemies. His skill, Retaliate,
there you go, Smash. That's your character. Smash, that's your character right here. This is your character, bro. Attacks with his face, blocks with his face. This is your guy. I'll play the game with Smash if he plays this character right here.
Powerful blow. It cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks. His art, Totem Stellar, summons a colossal gravestone that serves as an attack to dispel enemies, acts as a wall to block projectiles.
That's crazy.
And amplifies the strength of allies through its protective aura.
He could summon a fucking wall? He could summon a wall that blocks enemies that you could stand on top of and shoot down on. That's crazy. What the hell?
Recluse, a wielder of ancient magic, collects the elemental attributes attached to enemies and allies to produce different types of powerful magic, such as lightning-based or fire-based spells. Her art, Soul Blood Song, can also brand foes with an archaic glyph of blood. It allows allies to recover health and magic by attacking them. By mastering the style, skill, and ultimate arts of these Nightfarers, you may be able to survive and defeat the night. The Hidden Round Table Hold serves as a base for Nightfarers preparing for battle in Limfeld. Relics recovered from expeditions can enhance your abilities when equipped before deployment. Relics have a diverse assortment of effects, ranging from increasing stats to altering the performance of skills. Different relic combinations can alter your gameplay experience, So try out different approaches and see what suits you best for the journey ahead. In a corner of the back room, a small jar merchant operates a bazaar selling various goods. Once you accumulate the currency Merc, earned as battle rewards, it might be worth checking what's on sale. Using the fitting mirror, you can unlock new costumes with Merc and change your appearance.
That's cool.
These outfits allow you to change your Nightfarer's style to suit your tastes.
How much you want to bet we got certain monetization strategies that are going to be utilized? I'm telling you, man, this is basically them trying to take Elden Ring or From Software games and turn them into real mainstream games. Because Elden Ring was their first major like mainstream hit. Every other game that they sold, yeah, it sold well, but it wasn't like mainstream. Elden Ring has now sold over 30 million fucking copies. This game is a mainstream franchise. So they are going to then try to take this opportunity to make it basically act like a mainstream game and be overly monetized to the moon. I gotta imagine. I don't know if there's going to be any microtransactions, but now that I can see that you can change your outfits and all that stuff, it just seems like it's setting up for that. But again, I could be wrong.
Some costumes might even look familiar. As you battle against the knight.
Oh, they added some outfits from Dark Souls 1. Actually, this one in the middle, I think it's from Dark Souls 3. And then, of course, Dark Souls 1 over here on the right. Hilarious.
As you battle against the knight, fragments of your lost memories may return, giving you glimpses of who you once were. By recovering these fragments of lost memory, you can fill in the blanks of your Nightfarer's blurred recollections. In these memories, conversations with other Nightfarers or residents of the Round Table hold.
Is it from Dark Souls 2? The one in the middle with the feather shoulders and shit like that? You sure it's not 3? I could have sworn it was 3. Maybe you're right.
Might reveal new objectives. Achieving these goals during adventures in Limveld will help unravel the past, revealing each Nightfarer's origins and purposes.
I feel like they sped up the game a little bit. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. You probably can't tell because the freaking video is lagging because of StreamYards, but I feel like they sped up the gameplay quite a bit. They definitely made the animations faster, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to have your typical Elden Ring, Dark Souls kind of animations. I think it's going to be a little bit faster.
See why they have come together at this Round Table hold, and why they fight.
The Night Lords.
The Night Lords are the ultimate threat.
Oh, here we go.
Waiting for players on the third day in Limveld. The Nightfarers are the only warriors remaining who can stop them and save this land from total obliteration. Battling a Night Lord, a being that boasts overwhelming attack power and toughness, will be more challenging than anything faced in Limveld. However, there are ways to resist this threat. By carefully navigating Limveld, acquiring more powerful tools and weapons with attributes effective against each Night Lord, discovering relics, and growing as a fighter through experience and observation, victory against the Night Lord will be within reach. Set forth on this thrilling and fast-paced adventure, filled with danger and achievement. Dare to stand together against the fall of night.
That's cool. So, I mean, at this point, I'm a little bit more interested in it now that I have more details about the game personally. I'm a little bit also worried about the potential microtransaction nonsense that is probably going to come from this game and the way that it seems like it's designed around that. Certain aspects, I don't think it's going to be pay to win or anything. I just think it's going to be littered with like they're probably going to tie all the best looking gear or at least all the most memorable gear with microtransactions. But I guess we'll see. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll all be available in the game. Who really knows? Actually, the best way to find out, maybe I could go on Steam. If you go on Steam, it'll tell you whether or not the game has microtransactions. So if you go to Elden Ring, but then again, that's a little hard because technically, I don't know. Technically, having like deluxe edition, I think counts as a microtransaction. I don't know. Let me just see what it says. Is there microtransactions? I don't see a tag for microtransactions yet in this game. Popular, let's see, users, online co-op, single player, Souls-like, roguelike. Yeah, I don't see anything about microtransactions, but again, I'm not looking too deep into it right now. So we'll have to see. But overall, I think it looks pretty interesting. It looks like more Elden Ring, just co-op and a little bit faster. I don't know if that's going to play out in my mind the way that I'm thinking it will. But at some point, I guess we'll find out. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think, especially if you're watching this on Hypnotic Live. Let me know what you think overall about this. But I am definitely... Somebody in the chat said the game is roguelike. Oh, shit. Well, there you go. I don't know. I'm still all over the place with this game. I don't know why I'm feeling this way about this game. It's very weird because I've never felt this way about any From Software game. The only game that From Software has ever made that I was just like, yeah, I don't fucking care, is the game Dustblood that's coming out on Nintendo Switch 2. I literally have zero fucks about that game. But that's because it's coming out on Switch. You know, I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2 to play that game, and I'm not gonna play a fucking From Software game on Switch, period. That's not gonna happen. So for me, that was an instant, like, yeah, I don't care. But aside from that, I don't know why I just feel this way about this game. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It comes out. I mean, it got gifted to me, so I'll definitely be able to check it out. But we'll find out. We'll find out when it comes out on May 30th. I'm worried about losing another great franchise. I mean, I don't think of Elden Ring as the franchise. I think of From Software games in general as being the franchise. So even if Elden Ring goes this route and tries to become the co-op masterpiece of From Software, then they can do that as long as they keep providing what they are good at, which is single player amazing games. That's fine. If they pull a Grand Theft Auto and decide to give up their, coming out, if they decide to give up coming out with brand new single player games because they want to keep chasing this live service video game model that they're doing, then that's going to be a little bit annoying, which we're going to go over in a minute. So you think they will? They might. I mean, they definitely might. They might give up coming out with single player games for a while and focus on this as their live service cash cow. It's a possibility. Who knows? But I guess we'll see. We shall see. I mean, to be fair, they are coming out with Dustblood, so technically they are coming out with a single-player game while also coming out with this. But again, that's probably because they have an exclusive contract and a lot of money from Nintendo to fulfill that particular, single-player game. So we'll see. Yeah, it's all about the money, not the fans. I agree with that. That's how it is for everything.